Hello everybody! Learning verbs is one of the most challenging parts of learning a new language, especially when you get into all the different kinds of past tense verbs that there are. However, Barron's has a great series on learning verbs. So this is 501 German verbs, this is 501 Spanish verbs, and this is 201 Greek verbs. And Barron's does do this series with lots of different languages, so if you're doing French or Italian, it'd be easy to find those languages as well. What Barron's does in this series is it spends a whole page on one verb. And in the German verbs, it goes through the indicative forms of present, imperfect, perfect, pluperfect, future, and future perfect. And then it goes through the subjunctive, primary and secondary, past tense, future time, and future perfect time. So it breaks down these verbs, first person, second person, third person, singular and plural, and all those different, in all those different ways that verb can be inflected. Each page is just one verb. So for instance, this whole page is the verb pflanzen, to plant, and this whole page is plagen, to plague or to annoy. So for instance, in German, if you've done German, you know that when a verb goes into the past tense, it inflects, and the verb can change subtly or it can change pretty dramatically. And it is very good to have a single resource where you'll be able to find most of the verbs that you're looking for, all broken down pretty well. So for instance, in German, nutzen can be very hard to remember. Is this, in the past tense, is this going to be ich habe genutzt or ich habe genutzten? You look this up and you go, oh, ich habe genutzt. So even something as, you might say, abstract as the future perfect tense in German, if you study this, you'll just sort of get the pattern. You'll see it so many times that it will start to stick. A German word for to see is schauen, and the future perfect, so in English the future perfect for to see would be I will have seen. So I will have seen the movie. By next Tuesday, I will have seen the movie. So it can be Ich werde geschaut haben. I will have seen. Ich werde geschaut haben. The way that I work with this series is the first time I go through it, all I'm looking at is the very top row. And the very top row is the verb and then its meaning. And that's all I'm looking at. So this is 501 German verbs. That's a huge number of verbs. And the first time I go through, all I'm doing is the definition. And once I've gone through that, I pick one tense or one mood. So the future perfect. I will have, and it's all I focus on. And I just go from the beginning, and I just do a couple a day, and I have a pen or a pencil, and I check off when I've done that one, just a few a day. You don't need to spend 3 hours on, forget the 3 hours on Saturday, just do 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day, do a couple verbs a day on the future perfect, and you'll eventually get through the whole thing. And then you're going to realize, once you're comfortable with the future perfect, the subjunctive will be that much easier. And each time it gets a little bit easier, and you're going to slowly get it. And things that are originally very abstract, very strange, when you first start you think, oh boy, how would I ever figure that out? You're eventually going to get that pattern. You just do a little bit a day. Verbs can be the most challenging part of learning a language. The Barron series is a great way to begin to unpeel those verbs a little bit at a time. I just do a few a night, have my pen or highlighter, check them off when you've done the perfect tense, and you're only going to work on the perfect tense. You're going to go through the whole dictionary a few at a time. We're just working on the perfect tense, and that's it. Happy language learning. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you liked this video. Have a good day.